Hello, Level Cast learners. Welcome to your world news update for today. News 1 of 18. First, news from the Middle East. Iran's foreign ministry says the U.S. broke a ceasefire. A ceasefire is an agreement to stop fighting. The U.S. made overnight strikes. Iran says these were bad faith bombings. Iran is still in peace talks. Peace talks are meetings to end conflict. The U.S. military said it attacked targets. These targets included boats laying mines. Mines are bombs in the water. They also hit missile sites. Missile sites are places where rockets are launched. Iran calls this a violation. But Iran did not announce new attacks. Talks are now very important. News 2 of 18. Next, news from Australia. A politician named Jerome Laxale wants changes. He wants to stop tax breaks for fossil fuels. Fossil fuels are things like coal and oil. A tax break means paying less tax. This news comes after BHP. BHP is a big company. Documents showed BHP was laughing at Australia's climate policy. Climate policy is about protecting the environment. Mr. Laxale wants to change the diesel fuel rebate. A rebate is money given back. People are angry about these documents. They show BHP is not keeping its promises about emissions. Emissions are harmful gases. News 3 of 18. Now to Japan. The Prime Minister wants to cut sales tax. Sales tax is extra money you pay when you buy things. Sanae Takaichi wants to stop the 8% tax on food. But shops say their systems cannot do this. Their cash registers, the machines that take money, are not made for zero tax. This is an embarrassment for Japan. News 4 of 18. In Spain, there is news about websites. Spain has blocked Polymarket and Kalshi. These are prediction sites. Prediction sites let people bet on things. You can bet on weather or politics. Spain is checking if these sites follow gambling rules. Gambling is playing games for money. These sites might be breaking the country's laws. News 5 of 18. Brief letters about taxes. One letter asks about tax breaks for HGVs. HGVs are large trucks. The writer says these trucks wreck our roads. Wreck means to damage badly. They ask why these trucks get a tax holiday. A tax holiday means not paying tax for a time. Other letters are about Sunderland, a clock, and buying British. News 6 of 18. Sad news from Belgium. 4 people died in an accident. A train and a school bus crashed. This happened near Buggenhout in Flanders. 2 children were killed. The accident was at a level crossing. A level crossing is where a road crosses train tracks. News 7 of 18. Back to the Middle East. Tehran says it resolutely supports Hezbollah. Resolute support means very strong support. This news blog is now closed. News 8 of 18. In India, gig workers are suffering. Gig workers are people who do short jobs. They are battling exhaustion. Exhaustion means being very tired. The heat is very high. Their heads spin with the heat. Cities in South Asia are getting too hot. Workers cannot recover from the heat there. News 9 of 18. News about Russia. There is unease at home for Russia's leader. Unease means worry or trouble. Vladimir Putin's approval is slipping. Approval means people like him less. Discontent is spreading. Discontent means people are unhappy. It is reaching even the Kremlin. The Kremlin is the government building. News 10 of 18. The EU chief warns about Moscow. She says Moscow wants to destabilize Europe. Destabilize means to make things not stable. Countries are calling Russian ambassadors. An ambassador is a country's representative in another country. They are called over Kyiv threats. Kyiv is the capital of Ukraine. Ursula von der Leyen visited Lithuania. This was because of drone incursions. Drone incursions are when drones enter a country's space. News 11 of 18. In the Czech Republic, police released a Russian bishop. A bishop is a high church official. They found white powder in his car. Russia says this was a setup. A setup is a trick. They say it was political. Bishop Hilarion leads an Orthodox group in Karlovy Vary. News 12 of 18. The EU might change its rules. It could deny new member states veto rights. A veto right means you can stop a decision. The EU wants to get bigger. This change could help countries like France. They are not sure about adding more members. News 13 of 18. Europe is experiencing extreme heat. 7 people died in France because of heat. May has new heat records in many countries. This early summer event is across Western Europe. The UK and Ireland also had their hottest May temperatures. News 14 of 18. In Australia, an anti-abortion activist used an image. Anti-abortion means against abortion. The image showed twin babies. But it seems to be sugar gliders. Sugar gliders are small animals. Joanna Howe said a woman sent her the image. The woman was ashamed of her abortion. Ms. Howe used it to support a rally. A rally is a big public meeting. News 15 of 18. Good news for Iran. Access to the global internet is returning. Access means being able to use it. There was an 88-day blackout. A blackout means no internet. This is happening even with a court order. The court order questioned the power of the group. News 16 of 18. Italy's top court made a decision. It ruled against a tourist. The tourist wanted tap water in a hotel. This was in the Dolomites. The woman said water was a human right. But the court said no law makes hotels give tap water. News 17 of 18. Israel is increasing its attacks in Lebanon. Increase means to make more. Netanyahu says he will crush Hezbollah. Crush means to destroy. Hezbollah and Israel are attacking each other. The ceasefire is in danger. Talks between the US and Iran are also stopping. News 18 of 18. Finally, the Ukraine war. Russia wants the US to allow attacks on Kyiv. Sergei Lavrov spoke to Marco Rubio. He said Washington should move its embassy. An embassy is a country's official office in another country. Moscow plans systematic strikes. Systematic strikes mean planned attacks. This is day 1553 of the war. That's all for today's news on Levelcast. Keep learning and we'll see you next time.